there is one product in particular which is very, very important at the moment, and that is Contraccine. It has been around, I think, for more than a year. Can you tell us what inspired it? How did you even think of it? And what is it even?
Well, isn't it AstraZeneca who recently said that the...
oh yeah, it was just
there's a side effect.
few days ago. They made an official statement that the AstraZeneca vaccine can lead to death. So
I think all vaccine manufacturers would agree that everybody's different, and everything has it doesn't fit everybody. There's a side effect to with someone.
And so they had this brainwashing dogma that the vaccine is safe and effective, safe and effective, safe and
Well,
effective.
it probably is. I don't know, but we know that there have been some side effects.
Yeah,
so I invented that for these side effects.
Okay, so it's not for everyone, but for those who are worried that maybe
they are going to get some side effects.
Okay.
Side effects are a normal part of vaccines and the industry.
Like all pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, side effects happen everywhere. It doesn't mean that the vaccines are bad, but or all vaccines are bad. But for the people who have side effects, Contraccine is an incredible product, absolutely incredible, and we have healed a girl with vasculitis. I'm not saying that the next person who has vasculitis will do the same thing, but we have healed her. Vasculitis is a very autoimmune disease which inflames the vessels, cutting off blood to the organs. So it's a very serious disease, and they don't know anything about how to stop it.
It's incurable.
Yeah, and we healed that girl, 23 years old, and she went to many hospitals, and every single one of them told her that it was impossible to heal this. And we gave her one bottle of that and told her to start with one drop, and then 2 days later take another drop, take 2 drops, and then 6 days, 2, 4, 6 days later take 3 drops.
I think Tamas, the doctor, gave her a little bit different advice because it was so serious that maybe I'm confusing it with another case, but I think she had to increase the dosage every single day. Wasn't it the other, or was it the other patient?
I'm not sure which it is, but I would recommend that people do it this way.
Okay, so it's important to take gradual increases in the dosage.
Yeah, but that's pretty rapid, to go up to a maximum of 10 drops.
Yes, that
in
is
20
in very,
days.
very severe cases, and you should consult. You should not make this decision on your own.
I prefer, rather than going up in 10 days, you're taking 10 drops. I think it's too powerful for that.
Mm-hmm.
I think in 20 days, you should be at 10 drops. Now, if you get a healing crisis, like what we were talking about earlier, about cold turkey.
Crisis.
Yeah. So if you notice that your sleep is bad, or your body, if it's cancer, whatever it is, and it's your body feels much worse, that's really great news.
Yeah, that's a sign of healing.
Fantastic. Yeah. That means tremendous healing is happening if you actually feel it in your body. But do under no circumstances stop taking Contraccine. Basically, stay at the level what you're taking. So if you get a healing crisis at 3 drops, keep taking 3 drops until the healing crisis is gone, and then increase it again. And if you get another healing crisis, just remain at the dosage you're taking, and then work through it, let the healing crisis go, and then get up to 10 drops, and that's all you need, 10 drops a day. So yes, we've healed a guy with stage 4 cancer. We have a medical doctor, 37 years, medical doctor, and the guy was in a very bad way. They had used the radiation treatment, chemo, which made him worse. He got 2 or 3 boosters of the vaccine, and he was stopped eating, as far as I'm aware, and he was bedridden. And 4 weeks, I think it was 2 weeks later, after taking our product,
stabilized.
He
got out of bed.
He went back to work.
Yeah.
He had stage 4 cancer. And now,
Metastatic stage 4 cancer.
Metastasized. And it was, they couldn't operate on it because it was wrapped around the pulmonary artery. So the doctor was simply astonished. After 4 months of taking this guy came back and bought another bottle. But after 4 months of taking this, 0 blood abnormalities.
He didn't really need that other bottle. He just wanted to make sure.
He wanted to keep it with him, as insurance.
Go on, sorry.
0 blood abnormalities. From stage 4 cancer to 0 blood abnormalities.
Yeah, he became healthy, and he is still healthy to this day. And also the girl.
Yeah.
And I think that's very unique because there are a lot of protocols to dealing with side effects, but mostly they always say that if you got the vaccine, you must keep taking something for the rest of your life.
No, that's the thing with alchemical products. You don't need to keep taking them. The only exception is Phoenix blood is very good for Alzheimer's. But if you stop taking Phoenix blood, the Alzheimer's will come back. That's the only exception in our products. When they heal, they heal. You don't need to keep taking Contraccine or any of the other products forever. You just need to take them until you're healed, and then you can stop taking them.
Can we go into it a little bit more in detail? What is it made of? What are the ingredients, and what are is it based on one of the products that already existed, or?
Yeah, it's carbon 60, okay, but that is really not much to do with the healing power of it. It has something called Ignis Potio in it, and it has chloroquine and red calcium in it. Chloroquine and red calcium, as we were saying earlier, they are extremely high frequency, wonderful products that have been used for many thousands of years, but they're not powerful enough on their own to heal stage 4 cancer. So we come along and we use alchemy to increase the power of the chloroquine. It's really the chloroquine and red calcium that are the most powerful components of
their frequencies.
Yeah, okay. One acts upon the other, helping the other. The red calcium is really grounding. It's almost like they talk to each other.
What is red calcium?
It's a calcium precipitate.
Okay, so it's just calcium with the right frequency. It's not really a molecule.
It's normal calcium. It's non-toxic. It's the calcium that you would get from drinking milk. It's the same type. It's same type of. I think it's amorphous type of calcium.
Okay, so it has red calcium, C60, and chloroquine.
Yeah.
So when a lot of people hear chloroquine, they immediately think about what happened during the pandemic, is that there was a lot of controversy behind chloroquine, even though it's been around for hundreds of years. It was a treatment for malaria, or it wasn't chloroquine, but it was the natural compound. I think it was quinine, or what was it called?
Quinine, yeah.
Chloroquine is a derivative of that, right?
Yeah.
But they have similar, and hydroxychloroquine is again a very similar molecule. So these group of molecules, they were actually effective against not just COVID, but coronaviruses in general and all kinds of other things. I mean, I did a little research for my own interest, and I found studies to back up that it can help with autoimmune diseases, skin diseases, viral infections like coronaviruses, maybe even cancer. It could be Yes, it can be helpful with cancer, metabolic syndrome, chronic inflammation, and it modulates mitochondrial function, lipid metabolism, autophagy modulation. So there are a lot of studies. This was pre-pandemic, and then when the pandemic came, there was a campaign to demonize chloroquine.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that. But you can buy chloroquine over the counter in the UK. It's a very, very safe product. They will give it to you in the drugstore in the UK without prescription or anything.
Okay, even today, right. Well, here in Hungary, they actually banned. I think they banned it, or at least it was impossible to use for COVID patients. But so you didn't really come from this angle. You found chloroquine completely independently.
Yeah. I forget how I came across it, but I knew that's the thing that it. You see, with let's say something like we have a product called Panaceia's Tincture.
Oh yeah, this also useful for cancer treatment, right?
Yeah, extremely. Yeah, but it's not going to heal Parkinson's because it's very female. Parkinson's is a fiery male electric disease.
And Panaceia is female.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but the thing with the Contraccine product that we have is that it isn't target specific. It just targets everything. It doesn't matter whether it's cancer or an autoimmune disease. It's so powerful. It just brings in this incredible light, healing light into the body. If you could see it in the spiritual world.
Mm-hmm. I think you had some useful advice for the treatment of cancer. There is a specific protocol that involves both products, Panaceia and Contraccine. And I don't remember if it was the same day, or do you have to take it on different days?
I would suggest that keep the drugs away from
Oh yeah,
products.
If you take any medication, don't take it at the same time. Wait at least a few hours, right?
Yeah. So like if you're even chemo drugs, if your chemo drug, you take it at 9 a.m. in the morning, well, take the Contraccine at 9 p.m. in the evening, as far away from the drugs as possible. But as regards the protocol, what people with cancer should do is take Panaceia's tincture first, and keep increasing the dosages. And then after about 3 hours, take the Contraccine, and then it will empower the Panacea's tincture. But the Panacea's tincture needs to be saturated within the body first. The feminine thing in Panacea's tincture to be integrated within the body so that it becomes that feminine place that cancer can't survive in. And then chloroquine or the Contraccine comes in and just basically empowers that and empowers everything. So a very powerful combination. Now the guy who had stage 4 cancer wasn't on that protocol. All he took was a bottle of Contraccine. So, I'm not sure, we're not even sure yet how much even better taking the two products would be than that.
And there are smaller things you can do. But Contraccine will do the lion's share of the work. But for example, if you pay attention to your diet and you avoid fiery foods,
tomatoes,
sugar, and
oranges,
curry,
spicy food, anything fiery like that, coffee, stay away from all of those things.
Tea is fine.
Yeah, if you have cancer. Yeah, tea is female, which means that whenever you drink tea, your mind is scattered.
I know.
So it makes you a very interesting conversationalist.
I am a tea drinker.
Okay, whereas coffee is for reporters, it makes you focused. And so reporters will drink lots of coffee because it'll focus them. But it's male fiery. The male electric principle is about focus, direction, expansion.
And you also had one more important advice, which is not necessary, but it can be helpful, that when you take, this is not just for Contraccine, but all of the products, when you take the product, you can interact with it, and you can state your intention. You can even say it out loud, right?
Well, this is what the Eucharist is in the Christian Mass. So the priest speaks words over the bread. He would say, the body of Christ. This is the body of Christ. And he's putting those thoughts. It's a magic operation is what he's doing. And he's putting the Christ frequency into the bread, which is the frequency of brotherly love. He washes his hands beforehand to get rid of negative energy. and then he gives it to the person. But we can do this for everyday food too, and this is why people used to pray over their food.
Oh yeah.
Years ago. A very, very good thing to do, a very important thing to do. And like, look, what's it going to hurt to do that? You know, pray over the food.
Takes 30 seconds.
30 seconds or less, even if you say, bless this food. That's all you have to say. And put that frequency in it, because you don't know who's prepared that and what hateful thoughts
Oh yeah.
they had that day. Maybe somebody annoyed them and there's anger or hate or something else in there. So yeah, always pray over the food, but with the products you can put a wish intention, because they are very powerful. Whatever wish intention, you know, as you take it, you you say your wish intention first, of what this is going to do for you. I'm going to get more muscles, or I'm going to, you know,
heal my body.
Heal my body,
heal
whatever.
My cancer.
Yeah, or my cancer, whatever it is, and you take it. Then you take the potion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that makes a big difference, like that kind of difference. But we're not talking about ice crystals. We're talking about an alchemical, powerful product.
It works.
You're
on
directing
all matter. It doesn't really matter if it's water or something else, right?
all matter. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's yeah.
Okay.
That's what magic is.
Yes. It's actually very simple.
Mm.
Is there anything else you would like to add to Contraccine?
No. We're still researching. We're still collating. We're still gathering information on. It's healed other things that I haven't mentioned. This lady has, I forget what the name of the autoimmune disease is, but she can't swallow, or it affects her face. She brings the elixir out with her in her bag. She can't leave the house without bringing the elixir with her,
Mm-hmm.
because this is a very painful facial condition. So she applies this, I think, to her neck or something. But yeah, I must get some testimonials. And
Well, we have a lot of interest here in Hungary, and a few people already purchased Contraccine, and there will be a few more. In fact, in 2 days we'll have a little talk where there will be about 20 people who are interested in this product, and then they will ask questions. So in a few months we will probably have even more testimonials.
Well, one guy, he must have heard of the healing of the stage 4 cancer, because he went into one of our resuppliers, or our resellers here,
Yeah.
representatives here in Hungary, and he bought, actually he spent 11,000 euros on it,
Okay, so even
on the
more,
product.
yeah.
Yeah, I forget how many bottles he bought. He spent 11,000 euros on these
Yeah, he
on
was a
Contraccine.
wealthy individual, and he wanted to.
His whole community, he wants
Yeah.
the whole community to take it. So he went in, and that's worth every penny. That 11,000.
It is worth much more than what you're selling it for.
Yeah,
on
the
your
karma
website.
he will get for healing so many, for doing that for so many people, will be enormous.
Okay. I think that's a good time to wrap up Contraccine.